And May Gavanan, everybody, and welcome to the stream. My name is Talisian. There you are, and here I am. And today on Sword and Sorcery Sunday, we are doing Hello Kitty Island Adventures. That's right here. No. We're doing Lord of the Rings Online today. Eventually, we'll be doing Hello Kitty Island Adventures. Maybe when I get to 1,000 subs on my YouTube channel. We'll see. But we are currently in Snowborne. We've been tasked to. Yes, I know. I gotta have a little fun, right? So that's my little gimmick there. So, we're currently at the Mean Hall of Snowborne. We were escorting some crofters, which is how we got here. We've done some questing around, and we've got a few other things to do. And then I was gonna probably warp back to Wildermore because that's where the Bingo Boffin questline goes, and I kind of left it off there and decided to explore into Rohan a little bit. So we'll go ahead and see where that takes us. One thing I would like to let everybody know is if there are any in-game events that you would like for me to advertise on the beginning of my streams, to please send them to me at talisian@gmail.com. Please put in the subject LOTRO events. Or you can go ahead and post on my Discord server. The link is down below. Or you can go ahead and just post on the bottom of the YouTube if you're watching this on YouTube. I definitely want to help out. I've been to a number of the events. I've been to Weathertop before. I've been to Wintertop before. And they're fun. The events are very well done. And I like the music and such. So if there's any events that you'd like for me to advertise and promote here on my stream, I'm very happy to do it. So just send me the information. Looking at the calendar real quick, we are rapidly ending up LI Reward Track Season 16. There's 37 days left. And I'm up to 58. I got a couple I can claim. So I can get some ancient script and some runes. So we'll go ahead and pick those up real quick. And every day is a Hobbit's birthday. And because it's a Hobbit's birthday, we are the fortunate ones to get the presents. And we have a silver one to open up today. So let's see what we got. 150 Virtue XP and a Deep Claw pet. Nice. I'll pass that on to one of my alts. We'll go ahead and use that. And let's see. We've got the ancient script we can go ahead and use. And the runes will go ahead and file in our shared storage because we will definitely be needing runes soon. And we'll go ahead and throw that pet up here in the main for now. We'll deal with that later. Okay. So as I mentioned, we're here. We've been helping Fastred out, who's the Reeve of the Sootcrofts. And we currently have two quests that we're working on. One is we're striking eastward, and then one is we need to talk to Eomer. But we'll be talking to Eomer in a little bit. The quest we're going to work on first is called Striking Eastward, where Faster wants me to defeat riders on my journey to Walstow. We're going to go ahead and go to Walstow. We'll go ahead and pick up the port there. We'll go ahead and finish the quest here. And then we'll probably head over to Winterborne real quick and pick up the Bingo Boffin quest line, because I really want to complete that. And then we'll come back here and we'll talk to Eomer once I've done that. So Walstow is to the south. So we will head this way. And oh, and of course, I've got my my hobby horse. I should have summoned my loyal geese of Gondor. Her flapping and her honking scares her enemies. And I haven't had a chance to hop on my cook. I need to hop on my cook and get some more buffs. So we'll try to work on that tonight. I actually ended up picking up the Midnight expansion, and I've been kind of going through right now and just kind of getting myself stuff up for it, deleting a whole bunch of characters that I'm not playing anymore, and moving everything into my warband bank and just getting things set up for that. I'm not sure if I'm going to be streaming it yet because the last time I tried to stream World of Warcraft, I got exactly 0 watchers. So I was very impressed with that. So, but there are also a hell of a lot of people who stream World of Warcraft. Last time I checked, there was like 15,000 people that were watching World of Warcraft on Twitch. So I understand with me not being up on the up in the people who want to talk about World of Warcraft. There are people that have far more experience, that are far more skilled with it. So I fully understand that, and that's totally fine. To me, Lord of the Rings is more of a casual game, more of something I can just kind of sit back and just kind of stream and have fun with and play. It's something I can just enjoy. I mean, there are times that I've logged on with this character where I'm just loading on deeds. Yeah, I know. A lot of the LOTRO people haven't, and a lot of the people who do watch World of Warcraft, they already have their favorite streamers, so it's kind of a very difficult. It's like having a degree in business and then getting into a business. It's like, how many other people have a degree in business? So I fully understand. Right now, I'm actually very happy with my Lord of the Rings streams. I have a lot of people who watch them. I have a lot of people who watch them online, too. And I'm very happy. I'm very content doing Lord of the Rings, so... Siegebreaker's the other ones that I need. Excuse me. Yeah, I dig them. I like hearing the stories because sometimes I miss something when I'm barreling through a zone. No, that's definitely true. There are advantages to, there are times that I'll be doing Lord of the Rings. I'll pop onto Shinchantra here, and I'm working in a different zone, maybe working on some past eating and stuff, and I'll have like the LOTRO stream team on, or I'll have one of the other streamers that's on just in the background. And I'll be chatting back and forth with them. Or sometimes I'll play in other games, like I'll sometimes play Diablo 2, and there's a couple of Diablo 2 streamers that I like, and I'll have them on in the background, maybe chat with them a little bit and while I'm playing the game and so forth. So I fully understand. So I need one more Siegebreaker and 2 more Harriers, but I need to come back up because they're only going to be found over here. So... There we go. I just need one more Goblin Harrier, and there it is, right there. If it doesn't run off on me. Boom. Alright, so let's go ahead and mount up my horse, and let's go ahead and head to Warstall and talk to their Reeve there. You know what? No. Not this time. We're gonna... I want my goose, for one thing. I'll use my prize Rivendell horse this time. I mean, I am actually world renowned, and I am an elf ambassador, so I should proudly display that heritage every now and then. Besides, how many people are fortunate enough to have a loyal Goose of Gondor as their loyal and dedicated follower? So we're almost to the village of Warstall, where we'll talk to the Reeve, and then we'll figure out our next course of action from there. As usual, the first two things that we do when we get to any village, we open up the stable master.
Welcome and well met, my friend.
And we go ahead and bind at the fountain. Because there should be a bind place here, right? There might not be. Warstar might not have one. Ah, right there in front of the mead hall. Actually, before I do that, let me... I just want to double check here. I want to hold on to Cliving because that goes to Wildermore, so I need to hold on to the Cliving port for now. So we'll go over Harwick. That way I have a quick, an easy path to Wildborn. Now, I think she lost her husband recently, so that's why we're talking to a female here, unfortunately. So let's go ahead and finish the quest, Striking Eastward.
Will you aid the horse lords?
I am Winsig, Thane of Walstrow. What business have you here? You bring word from Snowborne? Well then, what is it? Ah, so Faster is concerned by the outpouring of orcs into our lands. As am I, since they pour onto my doorstep. Faster may be brash, but I do respect his leadership. If he sent you to us, then he must trust in your skill as well. Now then, if you wish to see Walstrow survive another week, we must move at once.
And it looks like she has another quest for me, but at this point, we're going to go ahead, warp to Cliving, and continue on with the Bingo Boffin series, which is called A Cold Trail. Search Wildermore for the missing agents of the Bloodlight. And it's also level 85, so it's going to be... I needed help on that real soon before it goes gray. So we're also going to go ahead and equip my Stone of Tortoise. So that I can go ahead and hold my experience gains fast for a little while. Snowborne. Cliving. Now I know exactly where to meet up with Mr. Bingo Boffin. I think I want to exit out the other side of town. I thought there was an easier way to get there, but I think it's easier actually if I exit out this gate over here. If there is a gate for me to exit out of. Yes, there is, right there. I thought there was a gate. Because the path is right over here. And if you turn to the right, There's Mr. Boffin right there.
I overheard some orcs. They let our missing man pass into Wildermore.
I think the missing cultist came this way. I heard some of those orcs talking, and they were talking about a man with a red gem. They said to let him climb the road up into Wildermore. They did not sound happy about it, and one of the orcs said that they should have taken him prisoner instead of made a meal out of him. What a terrible thought! I suppose they must be allies if they let him pass, but I do not think I would work it with anyone I need to worry about around dinner time. I like that. Bingo Boffin, amateur sleuth. And I've got the Uruk Slayer of Wildermore deed, which I think is a 100-200. It is a 100-200. I should probably go ahead and pop up my Skill and Slayer deed. I think I've got 5 more left. Yep. May have to spend a little bit of LOTRO points and pick up some more of those soon. They really do come in handy from about this point on. When you start getting a lot of the 100-200 quests, that's 300 mobs to kill. If you're just kind of going through and solo questing, you could do the 150. The 200, the 300 gets to be a bit much. There are orcs and mounted for 100-200 deeds there too. Yes, exactly. So I figured by going ahead and just using the skill and Slayer, it's mounted foes. Yep. Yeah, some of those deeds they get a little hefty at the end, and I could not have completed some of them solo without the help of a skill and oh shit. Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. Back off. Give me a chance to kind of... No, he didn't back off. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. I'm dead. I'm going to die if I'm not careful here. There we go. That helped. Ooh. Got him. Well, that's a good way to start the stream, I think. Oh, darn it. But at least it wasn't a mournful. I can be happy about that. Oh, it wasn't mournful. I mean, at least it wasn't a harrowing. Pardon me. Harrowing would have caused me to change my questing path real quick. Alright, so it looks like I'm now up in the Wildermore area here. Farms of the Fallows. There's Edsig's farm. Oh, there's an ornate cache right there, too. We'll grab that real quick. And there's the Orc Slayer deed. 100, 200, I'm sure. Oh, 80, 160. Okay, I could deal with that.
Oh, there's a warband over here too. I wonder if I can take him out. Pick up some Wildermore spoils. Or might be a box of Supercross spoils. And there's Garifith's Farm. He's got an ornate cache there as well. We'll go ahead and grab that. And a backpack. 2 ornate caches. Wow, I'm really scoring it here. Okay, take a look at the map. Due east. There we go. Warband Shum. And he is a soloable, so we will go ahead and take him out. Looks like I better mount up, so it's the only way I'm going to catch him at this point. I just need to get his attention. There we go. And there we go. I've taken care of the warband. The fallow's farmland is safer now that Shroom has been taken care of, thanks to you. The people of Forlaw appreciate your efforts, and I picked up a blue box of Wildermore spoils, including some Wildermore coins. There was one here that has a shield you have to dispel. Can't remember the name of the warband. Yeah, I know. I'm going to have to be careful about that. I think that's probably also a small fellowship one, too. So let's see what's in the box of Wildermore spoils. 42 marks, 4 medallions, and 3 atheist essences. Okay, we can hold on to those. Rittermark Celebrant Salves. Eastmanet Celebrant Salves. Actually, we don't want the Rittermark thing. They're smaller. And we use that one. That's a scholar one. Can I need it? The atheist. I'll grab it. And, oh, I need the cloak recipe. Westmanet Cloak of Battle. That's good. Could definitely be happy with those. Okay. I think there's actually there is another warband just northeast of me. Shaguk. Let's go ahead and head over there really quick and see if I can take that one out. He's only about 200 meters away, so he's not that far. Okay, there's Shaguk. He is... Ah, you see this symbol right here? If I can target him real quick. See, well, I had him targeted. There we go. Yeah, he's got a shield on him, and he's also got like about 70,000 hit points. So I think I'll leave him alone. we will go ahead and leave Shaguk alone, because that is... that symbol right there means he's designed for full fellowships. It's a repeatable quest, raid quest. See, he's a raid level. So I'm just going to cancel him, I'm going to wave at him, and I'm going to leave him alone. So we'll go ahead and make our way. Is that... Oh, Zovar, there's another one down there. We might have to take that one out, too. Yeah, I didn't realize that got destroyed. Yeah. I learned the first pass-through when I started to hit the warbands that I need to take a minute to check them out to make sure that they're actually warbands that I can take, because I actually did that exact same mistake you did. Wandered into a warband thinking, yeah, it's no big deal. I took them out before I could take this round again. One shot and I'm dead. Come on, come on. Here we go. we go. Okay, which way? How close am I to that warband? It's that way. Okay. Could be coming close there. Zovar, and Zovar is a small fellowship, so I could try it. It's going to be a little bit tougher than that last one. There he is. They're also ground pounders too, so that may make a difference. Oh shit, he's got 85. He's gonna be fun. He's gonna be fun. He's gonna be real fun. And he's got me stunned. He's got me stunned. Got me stunned again and I'm dead. That did it right there. Oopsie daisy. Alright, so there's one death. We'll retreat. I'll go to a safe spot. It'll probably take me right near... Yeah, it took me right near... it took me right near the main city anyway. So we'll go ahead and delete this one. We'll cancel him. Leave him alone for a little while. Yeah, the people of Wildermore actually have their own rewards too, because right here you can see anybody who has the star on their head over here, they're faction vendors, and because he's the people of Wildermore, he's part of the Wildermore faction.
You have need of our assistance.
So they actually have their own rewards system. Currency and consumables, scaling pockets. Oh, okay. Pocket gear. I level 97. Might and Fate. Agility and Fate. Okay. And then friend level, they've got cosmetics, shields, and weapons. At kindred level, you can get level 50 traceries. Also, you can get necklaces at that level. The travel skills, in order to get return... I need kindred statting, and guide is acquaintance statting. So I just need to get acquaintance statting to get one of them, so. And here's the millstone. We'll go ahead and get rid of Floodwind. There we go. Now I have an easy way back here, and of course here's the stable master.
Rohirrim, do not surrender.
I have so many tokens of them. Yeah, I'm you know, I'm looking at some of my things. I've got all these golden tokens of the Anduin, of the Rittermark. I've got silver tokens out my... Yeah. I've only got 3 Wildermore coins, though, so I'll be getting some more of those. But what's nice here is I can actually travel here from South Bree, from Snowborne, from Fangorn I can get here. Moria I can get here from the 21st Hall. This is a major... Yes, I just saw those over on the Wildermore vendor. I'm going to be picking up the guide and return abilities once I get up there. And I can even get there from Harwick too. That's good. Okay, so I've got ways to get here. Right there is Bingo.
Some people here saw a man with a red gem visit the barber in town.
I've been speaking with some of the people in Forlaw, as a true solver of mysteries would do, and it seems that some people saw a man with a red gem visit the barber in town. Did he try to change his appearance? We have to know for sure. So it sounds like we'll start off by talking to the barber. I guess this is the barber's place. And Forlaw Explore. There's a D for exploring Forlaw. You discover all these places within Forlaw. 5 LOTRO points, 30 marks, a title, some XP, and reputation. So I guess I'll be exploring Forlaw a little bit. Oh, the Vault Keeper's right there too. That's good to know. Tavern Keep, Auctioneer, Mailbox. Okay. And Survivors of Wildermore. Is that a different one, or is that the same?
Wanderer.
That's the same one. Okay. There's the legendary store. Ah, the Forge Master. Do I need to forge my weapons?
Welcome
No.
and well met, my friend.
Wasn't sure if I needed to forge so many. I know we need to find the barber so that we can go ahead and talk to him. Not here. Well, we need to do the Explorer of Forlaw anyway, so we might as well see what places we need to go. It sucks wanting to be a completionist, I know. Horse grooming. You discovered the barber in Forlaw. There she is. A cold trail.
Greetings, friend.
Yes, I saw this man you seek. He was just here and very ill of temper. I did not like the look of him, and I liked his coins even less. They seemed to me the sort of used by orcs and evil men, and I wanted nothing to do with him. I thought he would strike me when I refused to modify his appearance, but instead he snarled curses at me and stormed out. I would not repeat those foul words, but it sounded more like a place than an insult. Kadar Golnok, he said. Take this name with you if you find it useful, and beware of this man that you seek. I feel certain he could be very dangerous if pressed into a corner.
Greetings, friend.
That's weird. It's not letting me continue the quest.
What can I do for you?
Okay. There's also a secret flower collection deed. Here in Forlaw? Okay, I'll have to see if I can find him. That's probably the barber's house directly. Yep, that's her place directly. Okay. And right there is the Wildermore reflecting pool. So if there's any instances in Wildermore that you need to that you want to redo, you can do them right there.
Oh, it's the zone wide. Okay, cool. I can go ahead and pick that up. Village Vault. There's the bank. It looks like the crafting hall is here, which is actually kind of good because I'm actually kind of low on some scholarly stuff. I need some more. And here's the workbench. There it is. Tome of War Stories. Books of Ballads. Pretty much each are at the most geographically opposed areas of the zone. That's kind of what I'm expecting. Ooh, these are actually better. Let's just go ahead and make them all then. Yeah, it gives me 14 of them. Okay, and I can get rid of... That's a scholar's case. I'll grab that. There we go. Okay. And over here is the auction hall. Okay, that's good. That gives me a few more places. How am I doing on that deed, by the way? Yeah, I've already got most of it done. I need to take a quick second, if you'll excuse me. Okay, I'm back. So let's see here. What are we doing here? This is... no? Infirmary? Training hall? And that's the passageway to the... the Forlaw Mead Hall, Lawrence Settle. We'll go in there in a few minutes. I want to go ahead and see if I can find a few of these other places here. Oh, that's cute. This is a skirmish hall. This is where you have to use all those marks and medallions that I've been saving up. Right now I don't have a need for them, but I will. I've been using them a lot for some of my crafting, actually. There's a crafting expertise that you can do that will give you like 30 points in the crafting skill. Actually, I could pick up a few of those later on. So that's kind of what I've been using the marks and the medallions for. Already been here. Alright, so what do I need now for the deed? The graveyard, the Mead Hall Tower, and Garsig's home. And the cellar. There's Garsig's home. Okay. We will pick up the other one of those later. I'm not... kind of weird why that didn't register. Missing agent in the cult of Bly, someone within Wildermore. Eagwolf has asked you and Bingo to help find her, one of the missing agents of the cult of the Blood Eye. I better not look up the quest, but if I have to, I will. Done nothing as far as crafting, and I'm waiting for Testament crafting, which is soon after this zone. Understand that. Just be careful. You might get too far behind because you've got to do the other zones first. One of the things that I've known about crafting is you can't do like Eastmanet unless you've done at least proficient in everything prior to it. I've gone ahead and maxed out everything, as you can see, except for Prospector. But I don't think you can move up to the next level until you're at least proficient. I could be wrong, but that's what I think. Go back and talk to Bingo then, I guess. He's... he's not there. Let me go back to... Oh, Westminette. Yeah, Westminette. Another interior quest location right here. The cellar. Somebody's cellar. Well, there's a cellar in Warclaw that or for law I needed to find, so that solved that problem.
Hello there.
I'd rather not change my image.
Greetings, friend.
See, it's not triggering the quest. So let me. Now I have no choice. I need to double check the wiki here. Didn't move. Steps 1 to 11, maybe skip ahead and direct to the location listed in step 12. Okay, well then we're just going to do that. There's a long, complicated train of people. You talk to Bingo, the wounded farmer, the wounded orc, examining trails at the end of it. So we can go ahead and go straight to 12. So we're just going to do that. Way, target, 32.0 south, and 68.5 west. Yes, I know I'm a cheater. Yeah, I'm all maxed out. I just don't get logs yet, so my Westminute crafting is sunk to being a woodworker. Been saving up my hides though, so I'm not worried about those for tailoring. My spell check has been savage tonight. Uh-oh. Yeah. Just playing a little EverQuest 2 and having to recraft all my spells was fun, to say the least. Alright, so we'll just head straight across. Oh. Thank you. There we go. Okay, so I don't have to worry about the stalkers. I should get probably buffed up, though. Ad coming up in about 15 seconds. It's only a 30-second ad. New deed. Isolation in the Wheatshaws. Find the hut in the woods, the hut in the north, and the hut in the plains. And this one starts a quest, I do believe. We'll worry about that later. And we're back. Welcome back, everybody. Snowcat, Slayer of Wildermore. Cool. Thank you. I think that's what I'm looking for right up there, those disturbed snow piles. This snow was disturbed by someone moving forcefully and carelessly. All these disturbed snow piles. Discover the corpse of the desperate man at the end of the trail of snow piles. Ah, there we go. He went up this way. I'll take those 2 tattered shadows. Thank you very much. And there he is. You found the missing cultist. Wildermore proved his undoing. This member of the Cult of the Blood Eye saw his fortunes turn sour in the snowy heights of Wildermore, and the cruel sorceries at play in that region proved his undoing. This man will work no more evils, but the Blood Eye has others to work its will. Even in death, the cultist reaches for the brooch of the Blood Eye lying next to him in the snow. You wonder if this man believed his actions had been worthwhile in the end, but only certainty is that he will not be able to tell you the answer. Alright, so let's head back to Forlaw. Let's find Igwolf. There she is.
Did you find him?
Your expression seems both satisfied and a little unhappy, and I cannot puzzle out its meaning. You recount what you were able to discern concerning the cultist's final movements and hand Igwolf the Blood-Eye brooch. She nods grimly. You and Bingo did very well to track this man. He came to a sad end. Seemingly disavowed by his allies, his supplies gone, alone in the snow, there to die. But there's no sympathy in my heart for him. He chose his path, as we must all. His was Mordor, and he paid for that full in that choice. But I believe this brings the count of the Blood-Eye agents at work in Rohan to 2, and I ask you and Bingo to keep your eyes open for them. One of them was without his brooch, so keep your wits about you. For now, and if I see you again, may it be in time of peace for Rohan. Bingo wears a philosophic expression. That Blood-Eye cultist should not have gone off by himself. I think if he had friends with him, things might not have gone that way for him. The orcs were never his friends. They may be working for the same dark purpose, but they were not friends. It wasn't the cold of Wildermore that got to him. It was the cold in his heart. Bingo is silent for a moment and then shakes his head. Or maybe it was just a cold after all. It is so cold here, and I am exhausted. He took on us quite a journey through Wildermore, and my feet hurt. I'm glad we solved the mystery, but I will be gladder still when our adventure takes us back to warmer climes. After you complete this quest, Bert Bartleby will arrive near the stablemaster at Forlaw in Wildermore. Next week, Bert has a word.
I think it is time to leave this snowy land behind us.
I will be glad to do so, for there's quite a chill in my bones. Brrr. Bingo shivers dramatically and suddenly cries out in surprise. Oh no! I just remembered something I was supposed to tell you, but this cold weather drove it completely from my mind. My very thoughts must be frozen after all. You know that unusual man who's been turning up everywhere in this journey of ours? Yes, Bert Bartleby is the very fellow. Why, he asked me to send you to see about him, a small matter, but I forgot to pass on the message. You best go to him at once if it isn't too late. He's just south of there, by the stables. Okay, where is he? There he is, right there. Oh, this quest. This is the one where you have to sleuth out something and you general directions. Yeah, I did. I still had to... I admit, I had to cheat on that one. I went ahead and used the LOTRO wiki, and I skipped about 10 of those steps. So, I admit, I'm a cheater. But I didn't want to go through all 10 of those steps, and I wasn't getting anywhere after talking to the... If I would have talked to the barber, and the barber would actually move me along, you know, would have disappeared and would have given me another clue to go to, I would have continued it, but it didn't, so I wasn't sure which way to go.
Hello there, my well-traveled friend.
I am glad to finally be a part of this journey of yours and Bingo's. I hope that I will not disappoint. I was quite an adventurer in the days of my youth, but those days are well past now. The merchant life suits me rather more than the questing life these days. You must know what a merchant needs more than anything, surely. A cheerful disposition. Yes, that helps. Customers, Oh, of course. A sense of humor? Well, that has never failed me true. I'm just going to tell you. Goods for sale or trade. Without resupplying my stock of items, I would be a poor merchant indeed. My good friend Rattlepax here has a bit more room for goods, wouldn't you say? The folk in Florco have been murmuring about a lore master that recently came into town. Take this purse of coins and see if you can purchase some scrolls or tomes or potions from this lore master. I heard he was near the west gate of town. You get Bingo's pony as a pet for that bingo. From this barter items?
I have many fine items on offer.
The Tome of Tanglemane. Summons Bingo's trusty steed to keep you company. You know what? We'll go ahead and spend 20 for that. We'll do that. Oh, West Town, so I gotta go out this way. I tend to I have a hot link to the LOTRO wiki, and it has saved my bacon on more than one occasion. The guard at the gate notices you looking around and calls you over. How can I help you today, Hunter? You tell the guard you're seeking a lore master recently came to Forlaw, and the guard snorts rudely. I've seen him. Bald fellow, big brown beard, simple cloth robe, very stout fellow. He's gone now, and I'm glad for it. He showed me some of his wares, junk mostly. One of those blasted lizards bit my finger. See, it's still red. I never got an apology either. Well, I don't blame you. He was very rude. I just need to make sure there is... I do know at the end of the Bingo Boffin quest there is one very important item that I have to make sure I have enough badges to collect.
Wait a moment. I know this man.
Describe that missing lore master for me once more, will you? Repeat the description you were told by the guard at the west gate, and Bert nods with familiarity. I know this man. His name is Humphrey Rumming, and we go back a long way. You see, the Rummings and the Bartleby's were neighbors. Our homes were quite a bit out of the way, so weeks would go by, you'd only see a Rumming or a Bartleby. As a result, you might say that each family tended to wear on the other's patience. After I retired from adventuring life, one of the first sales I ever conducted was to Humphrey Rumming. I sold him the key to the tumble-down ruin of Bell on the Isle of Tilrimin. Wonder if he ever used it. You'll have to find him and keep him out of trouble. The Rummings, and particularly Humphrey, have never been good at staying out of it. That guard watched him leave from the west gate? I expect he kept moving in that direction then. Find Humphrey somewhere to the west of Forlaw. There's a settlement in that direction. He's likely to have headed that way. Like a curious moth to a torch at night is Humphrey. And all the Rummings for that matter. Looks like he is right there. So we'll go ahead and we'll ride on. Yeah, there's one thing that I know is that LOTRO Wiki has pretty much just about everything concerning the game. I even talk about it back on one of my UI videos as a place to get information. In fact, some of the... is it this one here? Yeah, this the compendium. That's where you get a lot of stuff. You notice down here at the very bottom, LOTRO interface, that's the link to the compendium. But if you pick any of the items, you can actually get more detailed information about it. And I think there's some links from it to the compendium, I do believe. I'm not 100% sure. I mean, links to it, to LOTRO Wiki, I mean.
I'll probably come back up here off camera and just farm mobs for a while when I'm bored. The nice thing is, even gray mobs will give you credit for deeds. So if you're working on deeds or trying to pick up deeds, you can still hit gray mobs and get the credit. There he is. And then this is one of the settlements. Oh, there's a backpack there. I want that. And I want that ornate cache, too. Ornate cache is always good for crafting.
I am one of the world's greatest lore masters. My name is Humphrey Rummin.
You seem to be somewhat familiar, but since I never forget a face, I will say that it is a pleasure to meet you for the very first time, Hunter. I have a fondness for the small lizards of all types, and I have a skill at nursing such creatures back to health. It's a gift I must share with the world. To that end, when I saw a clutch of eggs nestled at the base of a giant pillar of ice, I naturally warmed them up and allowed the little creatures to hatch, naturally. Well, turns out one of these little F's did not take kindly to people, or to wildlife, or to plants. I think they may have scared off the people of this village, for no one is here anymore. We'd better do something about those F's, Hunter. They are among the woods to the west, by the base of the mountains, and please, call them F's, if you would. That's what all the great lore masters called them. I guess I'll be defeating some frozen F's. Quite a way. Ooh, done fast spy. Okay, we're almost where they're at. Okay, so let's see what these F's look like. Shadowy. I'll take those two tattered shadows. There we go. They're kind of big for... I thought these were just little guys. They're kind of big. There we go. Alright, so let's go ahead and head back to Dunfast. And let's talk to Humphrey Rumming, and turn in that quest.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Now, what brought you out here anyway?
We're taking care of some of those Fs. That may help encourage the people to return to this village. Either that or the remaining Fs may move in. Wouldn't that be something? So what brought you out here anyway, Hunter? You tell Humphrey that Bert Bartleby sent you with a coin purse to find him and to purchase some of his scrolls, tomes, or potions. Mr. Bartleby? Well, imagine that. His family and mine were neighbors, you know. There was always a racket coming from the Bartleby house. Growing up with 14 boys will do that to you, eh? How are Bert and his many brothers anyway, I will take this purse from you and give you these sundries. I am certain Bert will find something among them to his liking. Alright, we'll go ahead and head back. Orlaw and talk to Bert.
Well, that is very typical of a Rumming, and precisely what I expected.
You found Humphrey and saved him from a predicament of his own making? That is very typical of a Rumming, and precisely what I expected. I see you purchased some sundries from him, though. Let me see. Bert looks through the small collection of goods. There's nothing here of note. It's a pity. I'll take the remaining coins from you and what? You gave him the entire money purse? I expect you some coins back, especially for this bundle of nothing. Do not trouble yourself, my friend. I am not angry. Indeed, Humphrey may have gotten the better of me in this exchange, but many years ago I gave Humphrey a pittance in coin, and he gave me a creature to become my dearest friend. I'd say we got the better of Mr. Rummings in that exchange, wouldn't you, Rattlepax? So now we'll go back and talk to Bingo.
I hope you were able to help Bert with whatever he needed.
Good. I'm glad. It is a marvel to me we've seen Mr. Bartleby at so many places on this journey, and he has not had so much to say until this point. I wonder what he learned such patience. I've known one or two hobbits that were that way, that was the same in my day, youngest siblings and all. Perhaps Bert grew up with several older brothers and learned patience at home. He is a unique individual, for certain. And I got the Bartleby Befriender. Next quest, Mistaken Identity, recommended level 90.
I am ready to be warm again.
I spoke with Eggwolf, and she recommended that we take the southward route of Wildermore into the Entwash Vale. Let us ride there at once, and hope for a thaw. Alright, so we'll go ahead now, and we'll head back to Cliving, because that'll be the fastest way to catch up, I do believe. Actually... Bingo's ready to return to warmer climes to Rohan as we move its fastest route. Mapped a course out of Wildermore to the southwest of Forlaw. We'll go ahead and head to Cliving. Well, mistaken, I think it's only 1,000. It's only 1,000 meters away. I thought it was farther than that, so it'll probably be easier if I just head there myself directly. I need more of these. Onog? Is he doable? No, he's another elite. We're going to leave him alone. He can go have fun someplace else. I am not interested in him at all. I'll just be happy to take care of this Wildermore Skarn right here. There we go. Oh, great. He's heading my way. Gee, piece of garbage.
Did you sense that? For a moment I felt dread upon my heart.
And sensed eyes upon our small party. The feeling is past, but I do not trust that its absence means we are safe. Look from here and see if you spy anyone with evil intent. You think you see a tiny shape high in the sky and far away, but then it's gone.
You saw something high in the sky and far away? I do not see anything.
Do you think it might be Landreval? He is quite large, I think, even for one of the great eagles. But from this distance, even he might appear small. The eyesight of eagles is supposed to be incredible, isn't it? I do think he would descend and say hello to us if he recognized us. Eggwolf told me there's a town to the southwest, across the river. The town is called Osserley, and from there we can explore West Rohan. Time to go, Tanglemane. Let's go, WW. Lead the way.
So we are now back in the Entwash Vale. It's going to take us into West Rohan. There's Thornhope. Eowworth, we've already been to. Okay. So we'll go ahead now, and we will head back to Edoras. I mean, excuse me, to Snowborne. And we'll go ahead and talk to Eomer and make a ride to Edoras.
We will consult with my uncle Theoden, and he will resolve this issue with Fustred.
But we must ride for Edoras at once.
My uncle Theoden will listen to me and put right the situation with Reeve Fustred. He is still king in Rohan.
Look there. Behold, the golden hall of Methuselah, the seat of my uncle Theoden, king of Rohan. We will speak with him to obtain a decree the Reeves will be unable to ignore. They must move the people across the Entwash where we can better protect them. Decree by Theoden King will be more difficult for them to ignore, I deem. Ymir looks momentarily discomforted. I rode north with my Eldred and hunt orcs against my uncle's wishes. He may still be displeased, but we must hope that he will forgive the disobedience for its happy result, the death of the orcs. This way, my friends. We will speak with my uncle. Good. Something is not right. I see the influence of Grima Wormtongue everywhere. We will set things right. Hama, I have come with these 3 companions to see my uncle. I am Hama, the Dorward of Theoden. You have come to the Golden Hall of Methuselah in the presence of Ymir, nephew of the king, and you are as welcome here as he himself be, if he speaks well of you. Ymir, these are unusual companions you bring to Edoras. These are unusual times, Hama. Some would say they require more friends rather than fewer. That is not what Grima would say. I say, that is a further proof of its wisdom, then. Grima's words are nothing to me. Will you listen to see my uncle? You know who I am, Hama. Yes, Irma, you and your friends may pass. I ask only that they leave their weapons outside. Bullshit. I will leave Nina's sword for Hama, for I trust the Dorward of Theoden and know him to be an honorable man. He will see to it that the blade is returned to me after our audience. But I do not like to be bothered for even a moment, but I will do as Theoden King requires. I do not understand why I must leave my bow with this man. Do they not trust my word as an elf? If I say I will do no harm to their king, no harm will come to him from my hand. It is not that I'm offended, it is just that we went through some trouble to recover this bow the last time it left my possession, and I do not believe you could win a similar wager to get it back again. Corridon laughs. I will leave it here with this man Hama. The Rohirrim seems so afraid of elves, I believe I could make a frightful face at one of them and cow him into returning my bow if it came to that. I am sorry you must be inconvenienced this way. Do not blame Hama for it. He is simply doing his duty. The safety of the king must come before all, and keeping the weapons of strangers outside the hall can help to ensure it. It was never like this in days of old, however. I sense the influence of Grima in this. If you will leave your weapons outside the hall, I will bring you inside to see King Theoden.
Come with me. I will bring you before Theoden King. This way. He will call you before him when he is ready for you. Until then, you must wait.
My king, I have always served you faithfully and well.
Faithfully. It is my master, Gleowine. He taught me the craft when I was young. What has he done?
I have been your minstrel for many years. It has been my honor and privilege.
Enough of this, bard. You are guilty for spreading lies and deceit throughout Erebus. Theoden King, please listen to me. My minstrel, Gleowine. I would never speak against you, my king. I did not mean... Guards, seize this man. Cast him from Erebus, never to return.
I have seen enough. It is as feared when my uncle forbade me to pursue the orcs. His will is not his own. This is Grima's doing. Uncle, I have returned from the hunt. The orcs are destroyed.
Irma, sister son, you dare return here after flouting the king's command to not pursue the orcs?
The king's command? To my memory, it was your command, Grima Wormtongue. Your command hath related a breeze in the grass to me.
I speak with the king's voice. Grima, the orcs. Uncle, you must not worry yourself. See how you trouble the king? Your presence is painful to him. Ilma, stop. Pah. I'll speak with Hama about this. Nephew of the king or not, you should have left your blade outside.
I know what it is you seek, Grima, for Rohan and for yourself. Well, you shall have none of it.
Take him to the dungeons. He is a danger to the king. Irma, be wise.
Listen to me, all of you. Can you not see that Rohan has been left undefended? This man has done it.
Bring Irma to the dungeon and cast Gleowine from Erebus. You there, High Elf. Come over here.
Grima studies you with piercing eyes, and you feel distinctly uncomfortable. How much knowledge of your imprisonment in Isengard does Sauron share with this nefarious agent? You learned in the caverns below Isengard that Grima is a pawn of Sauron. But does Grima know that you know it?
Irma is accompanied by the lowest sort of companions, Theoden King. And what else do I see with you? Has Stangard fallen? Have the Easterlings raised it? How else to explain why Horn has come before the king?
Easterlings. Grave threat. Theoden King, the men of Stangard still stand strong. But your land is beset by dangers. You must open your eyes and see.
Silence! You speak the same treasons as Gleowine, your master.
I speak the truth. Theoden King, you must release Irma. Rohan needs him.
Irma, my king, you know not to set any hope upon Irma. Have you forgotten the curse of Weirgland? It claimed the life of your son, and it will claim Irma's life as well.
Theodred.
It is the order of the king that this rabble be cast into the dungeons alongside Irma.
Grima, have mercy. Their crime is not of Gleowine, not on my brother.
Yes, Lady Irwin, you speak with wisdom that befits your beauty. The three of you are hereby banished from Erebus. You are forbidden again to cross the Entwad and must remain east of the river. If you did disobey, you will suffer the penalty of death. Be thankful for the mercy of Theoden, King of Rohan. Bastard. Grima stares at you with those piercing eyes. You were fortunate, he says, the shadow of a half-smile creasing his lips. That will not happen again.
In the Golden Hall of Meduseld, we beheld what I have long feared. Theoden King has fallen under the sway of his chief counselor, Grima Wormtongue, who speaks with Saruman's voice. Rohan is imperiled.
This is terrible. It is as I feared.
When I sang the song that resulted in my banishment to Stangard, the king is truly under the power of a malevolent force. Grima Wormtongue, not Theoden, rules in Rohan. And now, Eomer is captive in Edoras.
I do not know what we can do.
Eomer is imprisoned and we cannot cross the Entwash. The people of the Sucrofts are in grave danger from the fervor of their reeve, and I thought Nona would have returned by now. I need to take a moment. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. I do not know what we can do. Eomer is imprisoned and we cannot cross the Entwash. The people of Sucrofts are in grave danger from the fervor of their reeve, and I thought Nona would have returned by now. Horn looks downcast. I am fortunate the king did not comment on my return from Stangard, or I would be in the dungeon alongside Eomer. Or worse. We have failed in everything. I swore to stand by you once I was cast from Stangard, but everything I've tried to do has ended in failure or disappointment. I am sorry. A cracked Khazad-dûm. Wow, gonna give me a bunch of stuff that I can definitely use. Book 9, Chapter 9. The Dividing Line.
By order of Theoden King, you three are to stay on this side of the Entwash.
If this command of the king changes, I will be informed by Raven. I do not doubt. But until then, you stay here, and I will stay here.
Why is Horn so upset? Have we not done what we set out to do?
We tracked our mutual friends across the Isthminet and only gave up the chase when we were assured of their safety. We did much good in Rohan. That is more than can be said of some of the Aldors and the Thanes and Reeves we have encountered, and we will see what the future brings with us, will we not? Cordovan smiles at you. Think of Rudrift, Baldbach the Ent. Finding one of the tree herders still alive in Fangor was not even a glimmer of hope in my mind when you, Horn, Nona, and I began our journey down the Anduin. But that was such a happy discovery, all the more because it was unexpected. Perhaps Nona will come back to us when she has divined her innermost mind. Theoden may come to his senses and release Eomer. We may find our paths crossing once again with that of Gandalf or with that of Aragorn, son of Arathorn. Tomorrow will be less bleak. We will face it together, will we not? Give Horn these words and tell him that if Cordolan the elf can see hope of the future, surely Horn, the man of Rohan, can find some small measure of light upon which to rest his thoughts.
What would Corydon be saying today if we had not run into that Ent?
He laughs. You are both right, my friend. Tomorrow will be brighter. There's no sense in mulling on the past or worrying the future. We will take one day after another as the sun rises and sets and await the dawn with hope. We must do what we can for the people of East Rohan. We must help them prepare their defenses. We must help them fight what battles we can, and we must help them rebuild if the battles go ill. What stands between the people of Rohan and their enemies? Horn grips the hilt of his sword, and with resolve, sets his shoulders. We do. We must not fail them, and we will not fail them. Our work here is just beginning. If on the morrow we need to cross the Entwad for the good of Rohan and at the risk of our own lives, we will. But today, we will do what we can for the people on this side of the line. May fortune smile on Corydon, on you, on me, and on Nona, wherever she may be. Good fortune and victory.
Book 10, Chapter 1, Exiles.
We will put our exile from Eros to good use. If we strive to improve the lot of the needful folk on this side of the Endwash, then at least some good will come from Theoden's king command that we not return to the Golden Hall. Horn sighs heavily. I confess I cannot find a positive light for which to cast Aylmer's imprisonment by his uncle, or the sending away of my mentor Gleowine. But we must find hope where we may, I suppose. We should ride against the mounted minions of Saruman and the Sootcross. Let us bring peace to the people of East Rohan, for that be where the king commands us to stay.
And with that, we completed the third martial. I'm now known as Eorlungus by deed. Gained some virtue XP. Tolerance has increased to 24. And I've acquired the Cloak of the Regal Horse Lords. Let's take a look at that real quick. And I also got the Hooded Cloak as well. Oh, I got 2 copies of the Cloak of the Regal Horse Lords. Well, it actually looks kind of nice. Picked up a Cracked Khazad-dûm Tracery. That's the one that lets you get to the top levels. You can see it's the legendary. Those are the kind that you want to get. Let's go ahead and the wardrobe. Drop that in there. And then we'll go ahead and go to the shared storage. Drop that in there. Get rid of the other one. Those are actually level 50 runes, so we'll go ahead and use them real quick. We'll use the Ancient Craft. Those are level 50 runes. And we'll put the Tracery in storage. And I do believe at this point, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to go ahead and call an end to my stream for today. So I would like to thank everyone for joining me. We didn't really end it on a bright note. We are exiled from Edoras, and we cannot cross further west past the Entwash Vale. But we'll figure out a way. I've got Horn and Corydon by my side, and I know Nona's out there, so we will eventually find our way across and make our way to Edoras. So we had a very good stream today. I'd like to thank everyone for joining me. We accomplished a lot, and I'm going to go ahead and see who else is streaming Lord of the Rings online. Let's see what my raid browser says to me. I see Lariana's on. How long has he been on? He's been on about 4 hours or so. We'll go ahead and pop over there real quick. Something froze over, but not Middle Earth. Let's Sunday try some LOTRO. So we're going to go ahead and join Lariana's stream. He's one of the people that I normally watch when I'm playing LOTRO. So again, I would like to thank everyone for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you take care, be safe, and I will see you all very, very soon. Take care and be safe, my friends.